What is up, guys? It is Tequila and I am back at it again with another video. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button just so that you are notified every single time that I come out with new content. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big ol' thumbs up. Okay, so for all my students out there, college students, high school students, and middle school students, it is finally spring break, or at least it is for me right now. And if it's not for you, I'm pretty sure it's probably coming up. So with that in mind, I thought I would make a spring break themed video. So I feel like the issue for a lot of us when it comes to spring break is that a lot of us want to take the time to really do things that either like we put off or like go on a fun trip or do something fun. But a lot of times, a lot of fun things take money, which a lot of us don't have a lot of. So with that in mind, let's jump into the video. I give you 11 ways to have a fun spring break on a budget. Okay, so let's hop right into it. So number one, I would say like an easy, like cheap thing to do for spring break would be to go on a road trip with your friends. And it doesn't even have to be somewhere that's like super far. It can be like only an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours away. I just feel like road trips it's just a really fun way to bond with people. I took kind of like a mini road trip not too long ago, like a few months ago, last semester with my ministry, and it ended up being like a great time. I felt like so much more connected with the girls who like I was the one driving, so who were in the car with me, and it really was just a fun, blessed time. So I feel like just a fun little road trip to somewhere that maybe isn't even that far is like a fun, affordable way to do something fun for spring break. Okay, my tip number 2 is to go to either the beach or the lake. I, for one, I love being around water. I love all things water. I love swimming and things like that. So going to the beach or to the lake, I feel like is a fun, easy, affordable way to do something fun for spring break that's not that expensive at all. And also, like, who doesn't love having like a fun beach day or a fun lake day, whether it's like going to the beach and like playing volleyball with your friends or like going canoeing or something like that. Definitely maybe have a fun beach or like lake day with your friend. I feel like is a great way to do something fun but affordable for spring break. Okay, my tip number 3 is also something that's pretty much free, and that is to have a movie night either with yourself or like with a group of friends. I, for one, love the time that I can spend just like lounging around and like watching either like a good movie or like a good series of movies. And I feel like definitely being in school, college, middle school, high school, whatever, sometimes it's really hard to find the time just to have, like a day like that where you can just like sit around and like watch a bunch of good movies. But with spring break, you have a little bit of extra time. So I feel like just having like maybe a movie marathon or just having a movie night with your friends is also a really fun, affordable thing to do over spring break. Okay, my tip number 4, and I've said this on my channel before, but I'm definitely an advocate for this, and that is to explore your city. I feel like you never know all like the fun things that are around you that are literally like just up the road. So if you have time, maybe take some time, like go downtown, explore the shops, maybe look online and see like something that like your city is hosting and that sounds fun to go to. It really just takes time to like explore your city. My tip number 5 is to have a photo shoot with your friends. I feel like that's a very like millennial Gen Z thing to do since we're all about like social media. But definitely I feel like having like a fun photo shoot with your friends is it's fun, it's easy, and it's free. I feel like you could also do this in combination with my last tip, which was explore your city. I remember last summer, me and 2 of my really good friends, we drove like about 40 or so minutes away to a city that was really nearby. And it was like either a Saturday or a Sunday, and we went to the farmer's market, and we pretty much just explored the local things that were there. And while we did it, we took like a lot of really fun pictures. So it definitely was a good time. So I would definitely suggest exploring your city and maybe having like a photo shoot while you're doing it. My tip number 6 is to have an at-home spa day, which can be either by yourself or with a group of friends. I feel like having a spa day is always something that's like fun, relaxing, especially when you've been working hard in school. But actually paying for a spa, like an actual like spa pass, can be pretty expensive. Last time I checked, I went to the spa only once, and I remember like full price just to get in, it was like $40. And then you have to pay for things like massages and all that on top of that. So if you can have like a mini at-home spa where maybe you just like go out and buy like some cool stuff to make like facials and like buy nail polish and just have like a fun spa night with your friends, that's something that's also fun and relaxing, but you don't have to pay like that much for it. So having a fun spa day either with yourself or with your friends, I also feel like is a really fun idea. Also, bonus tip, if you really do want to go to the spa, I would definitely check Groupon. I've never really used Groupon before. I definitely love coupons. I've looked up coupons online, but I've never specifically used Groupon until like here lately. I've been using it for like everything. I got some concert tickets for like way cheaper than what they normally run, just because I happened to see them on Groupon, which was crazy. But definitely check Groupon. I remember one time I went to the spa, they were on Groupon, so instead of like spending that $40 as an entry fee, I think I only paid $15. And then one time I was gonna go back again, and I ended up getting a spa pass for like $10. That was normally like $40. I ended up not being able to go, but the cool thing about Groupon, and this isn't an ad or anything, I feel like it sounds like it's an ad, but it's not an ad. I just think Groupon's really cool. But the cool thing about it is, even if you're not able to spend that Groupon, is that sometimes you can trade it in. So I ended up trading it in because it expired and I wasn't able to go, but I ended up trading it in and I got my eyebrows done instead. Okay, my next tip is to take the time to read a good book. I, for one, loved reading as a kid, but I feel like here lately, after I've gotten older, gone to college, and and in grad school too, I've gotten more focused on school and just reading what I need for class and homework. Sometimes it's really hard to find time to read for fun, but thankfully, spring break, you have a whole week, hopefully, even though I know a lot of us will also be doing homework, probably myself included, but you do have more time since you won't be going to school to actually take some time to read a good book. So maybe find a book that you've wanted to read forever and take the time to actually go to the library and check it out, or buy it and take some time to read. Okay, my next tip I feel like is something we all love doing, and that is taking the time to binge watch something. Now, I definitely enjoy binge watching, but I definitely have to limit myself, because if I get going, especially if it's like during the semester, I won't want to stop because I want to know what happens next in the show. But thankfully with spring break, you have a little bit of time to yourself, to chill, to relax, and like not be so like, I guess, on like crunch time mode. So I feel like this is probably the best time to, if you really have been wanting to watch a show for a while, taking the time to like binge watch that. Okay, so my next tip is something I've wanted to do forever, but I've never done, and that is going camping. I feel like going camping, for the most part, like, of course you have to pay for like gas or whatever to get there, and you have to pay for supplies, but as far as I know, the actual like national parks or the lakes or wherever that you go to like camp at, for the most part I feel like there's not a cost to that, or if it is, it's like probably fairly low. So I feel like going camping is also like a fun way that you can enjoy your spring break in a way that's also very affordable and a fun little adventure. My next tip is something that I also greatly enjoy doing, but that I haven't done in a while, and that is going to the park. It's just, especially I feel like since the weather is getting a little bit better, I really just enjoy like walking, having a nice walk when it's like warm and there's like a nice breeze. So I feel like definitely taking some time just to go to the park and just relax, maybe have a nice walk, maybe walk your dog, maybe get a group of friends together and have like a field day where maybe you play like kickball or like frisbee or something like that, is also like a fun, free thing to do for spring break. Okay, and my last tip number 11, is to have a picnic with your friends, or even with yourself if you want to have like a picnic with yourself. But I feel like that's something that's just, it's cheap, it's easy. You can just bring food from home, which is a lot cheaper than going out, you know, to like a restaurant with your friends. And it's just a nice way just to enjoy, hopefully, like the lovely weather, you know, that we'll have during spring break. I know every location is different, but if the weather permits and it's nice, I feel like going out and having like a nice picnic with a group of friends is also a really fun way to enjoy your spring break. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. And if you enjoyed this video and you've maybe watched some of my other videos and you've really been enjoying my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make Christian content. I talk about my faith a lot. I do cute little fashion videos, and I do tip videos and some other just like random topic videos. So anyway, remember, until next time, that I love you guys, and remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I love y'all. Have a good spring break. Bye.